So dear students, I hope your interview preparation is on. So let's continue our interview preparation forward. So suppose there is a question that says that, do you think that democracy is in the state of decline in India? How will you respond to this question? I am again emphasizing you should take interview as a conversation. Fine. So if this question had been asked to me, I would have answered that first of all, let us not have a very myopic vision towards democracy. So right now, when we talk about democracy, we talk from the very Western perspective, which is of course the impact of Orientalism. And there is not one definition of democracy. There can be multiple ideas or models of democracy. And again, in this world, nothing remains constant except change. So, there is a continuous evolution in the idea of democracy. And we can say that India is the mother of democracy, though we had our own models of democracy. And let us not be misguided by the Western media who aims to create the pressure so that India toes to their line on the geopolitical concerns. And this is how you take the Western media's dealing with democracy. So, what is the new definition of democracy? So, point number one, you can talk about that at present, we are expanding democracy not just within the country, but globally. The India's continued commitment for a world order which is based on consensus, which is based on the values of cosmopolitanism. Now, if you talk about within the country, if the narratives of the government are Sabka Saath and Sabka Vikas, this is the new idea of democracy, which is the present basis for India to advance towards our development. We see democracy in terms of inclusive growth. We see democracy in terms of sustainable development. It does not mean that we have been perfect in achieving the inclusive growth, but as far as the idea is concerned. So, if in the domestic sphere we have adopted Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas as a new narrative to understand democracy, in the regional level, we have talked about the vision of Sagar, security and growth for all. This is India's approach to build the liberal democratic order in the region, and of course G20, where we talked about the cosmopolitan vision, that is India's worldview towards democracy. And it's not that we are just talking, India is making a lot of walking the talk actions also. So, if you will take this approach, I think you will be in a position to handle this question in a right perspective. Thank you.